1985. Vince McMahon's clearly taken over the wrestling world, getting into LA, getting into everybody's territories at the same time. When was the first time you remember hearing about Pro Wrestling USA, and who were the players involved, and what did you make of their attempts to compete with Vince at that time?
Okay, pro wrestling. Yeah, that was where all the promoters got together to run against Vince. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, I think it was Jerry Jarrett, Vern
Yes, I
Gagne, a
was
couple
there.
of others. Yeah.
Okay, this is how we really. This is in 1984, I believe, because this is where me and Robert first went to uh, for Bill Watts. Because every we did this in Memphis, like Eddie Graham, Bill Watts, Vern Gagne. They all brought their top talent in to Memphis to work. Well, see, Jerry Jarrett was showboating the Fabulous Ones to see how they were over there in Memphis and trying to get that. Me and Robert, we were there. We were on the show. Uh, and then after the show, we were wrestling, and me and Robert clicked, buddy. I'm not kidding you. We even put somebody over. I think Ken Batera and his partner, the big guy. I can't remember his name, but they were the AWA World Tag Team Champions. But when it was over, there was a meeting there, and they were talking about this and this. And Eddie Graham, I never forget this. Eddie Graham stood up and he says, "I don't know about y'all, because everybody in here is featuring all your top workers." He says, "I watched one match tonight, was the Rock and Roll Express." He said, "I don't know y'all two boys." He said, "Y'all the greatest tag team I've ever seen." He said, because he says, "You sewed for 20 minutes, never buried your partner. And then when they beat you, they had to beat you. It's just the greatest thing I've ever seen." Well, Bill Watts was finishing up. He didn't want to wrestle no more, and he wanted to book. So he come to us. He says, "I'm going to bring Bill Dundee in. Would you like to come to my territory and work?" And that's when they shot the videos and sent them in there of us and we wrote. So that was my whole play on that. But other than what Vince McMahon taking over the territory, I didn't give a shit what he did, because I knew one thing. I'm always for the boys. And that's when the guys went there. At first, it was hard, but they made good money. I can say this one thing. Vince McMahon paid the boys. These guys are millionaires. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, I never had a contract like that. I got paid. My whole time, the promoter always got the first count, and then you got off of it, drawing the big houses like that. So my take of Vince doing this, I thought it was the greatest thing in the world, because small territories, somebody like me and Robert, you never had a chance, because you're not going to get over the booker, or you're not going to get over the owner. That's the way it was. And the only way that you could ever get over is go in and steal the territory. And I'm serious. That's why they had opposition so many times. So as for me, in my opinion on Vince McMahon doing it, I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. And I still do.
Hmm.
And he's getting a lot of opportunities for guys.